Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to coverage of the APA World Pool Championships from here at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. This event brought to you by the American Pool Players Association. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I'm joined by the striking Viking, Ava Mattia Lawrence.
Hello.
Ava, we're kind of winding down here at the Westgate. We've got two big events to go, and tonight it's all about the team captains.
This is an exciting event, a fairly new event. I believe it's what, the second year?
Yeah,
second year that we've had this. And I know locally in my area, very popular event. And everybody wants to get in on it and shifting captains around, and especially if they play Double Jeopardy, to be able to play in this event. So it's been a real popular thing.
Great way to reward our captains for all their hard work, for sure. So in just a moment, we're going to meet the teams that will be playing in this championship final here at Pool Dog Championship Arena. But let's take a look real quick at some of the ground rules for this match. So in the Team Captain Championship, there is a maximum of 5 players on each roster. Each of these teams is going to choose 3 of those 5 players to compete in the match. The order of play will go like this: the lowest skill level all the way up to the highest skill level. Only one player of skill level 6 or higher is allowed. And they're actually going to alternate between 8-ball and 9-ball. So they'll start with the 8-ball set. First game, 2 players are going to play a game of 8-ball. Then the next 2 players are going to play a game of 9-ball. And round will go as we work through the roster. So each team is limited to 1 timeout per game. Each individual rack is worth 1 point, and it's going to be a race to 5. Payout for this event, $10,000 for first, $5,000 for second. So essentially we are playing for the difference of $5,000 here in this championship. As far as our teams, we have Suspect and Bad Decisions. They're from Shreveport, Louisiana. And from Fort Worth, Texas, we have the team of Make It Happen Cappin'. Players are just about ready. I believe this is Nicole Hall. She is a skill level 4. She is with the team Make It Happen Cappin', and she has the break. Again, we start in the 8-ball. Next game will be 9-ball, and back and forth we go until one of these teams has secured 5 points. Now seeing Pam Allen, also a skill level 4 at the table. Ava, we're gonna see 2 4s and a 7 for each team.
Yeah, it's interesting because Suspects and Bad Decisions only had 3 players, skill level 7, 4, and 4. Make It Happen Captain has a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, and a 4. You can have max 5 players, but I do believe that most of the local areas will, since it's only 3, they will only have teams of 3. I know we do that so that we can get a few more teams to have a solid tournament and more entry fees and everything else, a bigger event. But you can have up to 5 on your roster. But considering that Suspects and Bad Decisions have 3 players, 7, 4, 4, they decided to match up even with them.
Right. And as you mentioned, this is just the second year of this particular championship. This is our newest event that we've added, the inaugural event, obviously last year. Very popular. And again, this event is really about rewarding team captains for all the hard work they put in, keeping their team together, keeping them organized.
Absolutely.
And all the things that go into being a good team captain. So, exciting format, the combination 8-ball and 9-ball. And this is Nicole Hall at the table.
A tough table here. This is, again, 2 skill level 4s. The main thing right here for them to do is not worry about breaking everything up quite yet. You may be better off not doing that. Instead, you need to start putting away a few balls, clearing up the table, and then get into some more strategy later on, which is kind of the opposite thing of what, let's say, a skill level 7 would do. So the game of 8-ball changes pretty dramatically depending on what you're, playing within your ability. And I always say that, there's a right way of shooting a shot and a wrong way most of the time, but you need to also add in the factor of what your skill level is, so it doesn't always apply.
Yeah. Suspect and Bad Decisions, they just finished up their semifinal round. They defeated Not Fast But Furious from the state of Florida. Make It Happen Cappin' defeated Storms A Brewin' from Illinois in the semifinal round.
All right, just positioning her balls in good positions there. I believe she tried to make that, but it's okay. Just leaving it right in front of the pocket is not a bad move. Got a chance here to break out the 13 ball if she hits it with enough speed. Oh, not quite. I believe the 11 ball up here is about the only ball that's available for her to shoot next. And from there, it's going to get tough. Even if she makes this 11 ball, it's going to be a tricky situation. She would almost be better off at kind of hanging up there. She took a quick peek at the 9-15 combo, but that's not an easy angle to make a combo from.
She does pocket the 11 in the corner.
I might be looking just to shoot the 9 ball into here, kind of loosening this ball up. Her stripe ball towards that pocket, to that rail. It's kind of a soft shot.
Make It Happen Cap'n plays out of Open Table Bar back in Fort Worth.
Good shot there. Very smart.
This is Pam Allen returning to the table.
The table opened up for her quite a bit by that move, but I guess that Nicole was banking on Pam not running the table in this situation. But being that she has solids, as you can see, every ball is makeable somewhere. And this cluster here, all these 3 balls go in the side pocket. All these 3 go in this pocket right here, and the 1 is available. So could have been a dangerous move for her. All right, nice soft pocket speed shot there.
Pam and her teammates play out of TK's back in Shreveport.
She's going to go ahead and shoot this combination. Kind of a dangerous decision to make at that particular point there. She needed to get to do something, but I believe I would have gotten 5 and 2 out of there, and then those balls all would pass in that pocket. So, but she attacked that right away. We'll see if Nicole can make something happen here. 15 in the side, or 13 in the corner. Either one is fine. Just make sure you make something here and give yourself a chance. Uh-oh. No, she needed a cue ball to go into that 8. She just hit it a little too full. I changed the angle of the cue ball. I don't think she can get to the 10 that way. Unless she jacked up and curved it, and even so, it's going to be tough to hit that 10.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout here. I do believe, yeah. I believe this is Keith Akins, skill level 7, who we'll see in the 3rd game of this match.
She's liable to make this 9 ball, just hit it like you were going to make it in the pocket, and just to shorten it up a little bit and shorten it up a little too much.
Ooh, just missed. Pam will have ball in hand here.
And again, this is the 8 ball part. The next up will be 2 more 4s, and they're going to be playing 9 ball, and not the normal APA point system, but it's going to be just like a regular 9 ball format where the 9 ball counts. You make it on the break, you win. As a matter of fact, one of our teams, the first year we had this, a guy that arguably there was a discussion back and forth, but I believe if he won a game, it was just 1 game before that throughout the whole tournament. The other teammate said that he didn't make any, and then very last game he made the 9 on the break for them to come to Vegas. So
nice.
Yeah, it was high pressure.
If you're just now tuning in, you're seeing coverage of the APA Team Captains Championship from here at Pool Dog Championship Arena in Las Vegas. The 5th of 6 championships being decided here throughout the APA World Championships. We've got one more big one to go. That's our 9-ball World Championship tomorrow. That'll be at 2 p.m. Pacific time.
And again, in this format, just one game of 8-ball here. The next 2 are going to play one game of 9-ball. Then your 7s are going to step up and play the 3rd game. That will also be 8-ball. And then it switches to where these 2 will play again. That will be 9-ball for them, 8-ball for the next 2, and then 9-ball for the 7s. And it's a race to 5. It's actually race to 5, not best of 5.
Yeah, and that depends. The race to 5 is based on their skill, the skill level of the 3 players playing. So it does vary somewhat. But again, we're both these teams are at 15, so both racing to 5.
And 15 is the max in this format. The ranks of both of these players, skill level 4.
Yep, we're going to see 2 4s and then 2 7s. I'm sorry, 4 4s.
2 4s, 2 4s, 2 7s.
There you go. 2 2 2. Nicole unable to pocket that 9 in the corner.
All right, this is a good opportunity here. 2-ball. She's going to probably tap right into the 6. Even if she doesn't get a good shot on the 6, she should definitely get a good shot at the 2. She would love to leave the 2 for last here. And ultimately, you would like to get the cue ball right here so you can make the 2-ball once you pocket that 6. That's the goal. You don't want too much angle since the 8-ball doesn't pass in the opposite pocket. All right, good angle. I hate these shots when you got to slow roll it because if she hits it too firm, she's going to get a tough shot on this 8. So you just got a long, slow roll on the 2 or the 4-ball, and she's on the rail on top of it. So, I hate these shots.
Can't get the 2 to go in the corner. Sorry, is that the 2 out there?
4.
4.
The monitor looks a little funny.
Guess we lost the TV balls.
Yeah, yeah. I guess so. We switched it up again. Well, they have been changing the sets every day for the final matches. So I guess they, like you said, they must have run out of the TV balls. And just undercut it a little bit, but no major harm done. Left a really tough shot on the 2-ball here. I mean, a 4. See, now you started something with that.
I'm just so used to the 4-ball being pink all week, and now it's purple.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so the 4 is too far over, really, for a bank shot. If you bank this correctly, it's going to double kiss because the 4 is so close to the rail. So if you're going to go offensively, which you almost has to do considering where the 15 is, you almost need to cut it in. It's a thin, thin cut. Oh, she hit it well, just not firm enough.
Watch out. I bring Nicole back to the table. Nicole Hall of the team Make It Happen Cap'n. They're trying to make it happen one more time here in this championship round.
Kind of a do-or-die situation here for
Got
Nicole, considering that Pam has that 4-ball hanging in the pocket, but she's got a good opportunity. Just got to get up on that 9 here. She looks like she is a little bit more straight than she wants to be. This is where you put some force on the ball. Come out a little bit more. All right, let's see if she can hold the cue ball. You know, skill level 4 is an interesting player because some are just really simply good shot makers, and some really have decent cue ball control.
Right. They just haven't put them all together, right?
Well, but it's difficult to know which part is their strength. And some of them just are really smart players, playing defense, patient, love the game of 8-ball, played it a long time and know a lot of the strategy. So it's less, you know, it's easier to skill level 3s because you kind of know what their game is going to be. But a 4 can have a strength that is more consistent than others. So they have no problem, for instance, playing, you know, low ball, and some of them will only use that if they're shooting a stop shot. So it's kind of difficult to see what they're going to do ahead of time. And she's left herself a tester.
She's going for the bank here.
All right, here we go. Let me see if Pam can take advantage here.
Excellent opportunity for her and her teammates to take a 1-0 lead. Pockets the 4. Just going to mark that corner up. Got a little elephant pocket marker there, trying to make out what that is. Pam Allen shooting on the 8-ball.
Good shot. Good shot. Way to clean it up.
Her and her teammates take a 1-0 lead. They are suspect in bad decisions. As we prepare for the 9-ball rack, or first game of 9-ball, let's hear a word from our sponsors at pooldog.com.
Tired of the same old when you're buying billiard supplies? Come shop with the big dogs at pooldog.com. You want pool cues? We've got over 700. Balls, cases, accessories, no problem. Want help with your game? How does hundreds of free training articles sound? Want to shop offline? We'll mail you a free catalog. Hit us up online, pooldog.com, or call 866-843-3294.
Always thinking. All right, we are back here at Pool Dog Championship Arena. Referee preparing the first rack of 9-ball. Again, we're going to go back and forth, 8-ball, 9-ball, until one of these two teams has secured 5 wins, 5 game wins.
Again, this is a winter break format. All our formats are. So the team suspects and bad decisions get controlled here, and 9-ball on the break, 8-ball on the break, both count. So if the 9-ball were to go here, that's it.
This is Jerry Little with suspect and bad decisions with the break. Skill level 4. Unable to pocket anything on the break. And now we will see Angie Kirkpatrick, also a skill level 4 of Make It Happen Cappin.
Oh, nice shot, but
yeah, but scratched.
Tangent line just drove it right there. If she would have hit that with a solid center ball, she would have avoided it. But by the time it struck the ball, it went a little bit longer. And that high took over and brought it right in the pocket. So ball in hand here. Easy position to get a shot on the 3. And this is where if you're skill level 4, why try to get any closer to the 3? You could lose the angle. But if she just shoots a stop shot there, she's going to have pretty much a straight in shot on the 3 ball. And then another stop shot and you're straight in on the 4 almost where you want to be. And you drifted it just a hair. Didn't quite stop, but she still has a good shot at the 3 ball here.
Again, this is Jerry Little with the team Suspect in Bad Decisions. They are from Shreveport, Louisiana. Their opponents, Make It Happen Cap'n, are from Fort Worth, Texas. We'll get that score updated. As I say, Steve does it immediately. Very good.
And normally what you do in this situation is, I mean, we see this as league operators. We have a little bit more knowledge than the players do. And kind of somebody just went up to a 4 or are a quote-unquote weaker 4, and then you have a stronger 4 that is just pushing and could become a 5 at some point.
Right.
And that's obviously important when you put up in this format, that you would want to put your weaker 4 up first and then your stronger 4 up second. Unless you just decide, here's another one, unless you go the other way around and say, you know what, we're going to do it the other way around and hope that our strong 4 is going to go up first, hopefully against, if they go with a strategy of putting their weaker 1 first. So again, team captains and their strategies, you know, I don't care what format it is, they always impress me.
Man, how do you strategize when you got a roster full of team captains? Everybody's deciding, here's how we do it. No, this is how we're going to do it. No, this is how we're going to do it. It's got to be a battle of wills there.
I think the only thing you can do is you can be the first one that says, I'm the team organizer, I could declare myself the captain. Do you want to play with me or not? That makes me the ball. But I can see some type A personalities arguing in there.
Really enjoy this format, this combination 8-ball, 9-ball, and it's team handicap, so moves at a good pace. See a different player each game.
Nice smooth shot by Jerry there. She's left herself a shot on the 6-ball in the side. No real way of getting it up to the 7. And again, in our regular 9-ball format, this would be nice. She could at least get her 1 point, but since they're playing winner takes all on the 9, as we know, 6, 7, 8 here means nothing. It's just a way to get to the 9-ball.
Pockets the 6 in the side.
That'll work. Actually turned out pretty nice, as long as she can stay on the upper side of that line right there, so she can then tap in the 8 and just naturally drift down for the 9-ball. She just got too far. Now, if she has a draw shot, she has a good way of being straight in and just draw the cue ball straight back, but that requires a pretty good stroke.
Going to see a timeout here, and while they take a timeout, I want to make sure we thank our sponsors. Of course, we've mentioned our friends at PoolDog.com. We should also acknowledge Action Cues, the official cue of the APA. Valley Dynamo, who has supplied all 300 tables that we're playing on throughout the World Championships. And our friends at Aramith, the premier billiard balls, the official pool balls of the APA. Appreciate all their support. Make sure we thank the folks at the Westgate as well. It's been an outstanding week, little over a week now that we've been here, and a couple more days to go. Ava, you know things are winding down when the Mrs. Americas start rolling in.
Yeah,
once again, the Mrs. Americas are here. Yeah. Wearing their, what do they call those? Sash? Yeah, they all walk around in sashes, so you know what state they're from. And they're always very smiley. Must be like
that's
a requirement.
Their job. Oh, wow, what a nice try.
Can't quite get that 9-ball to drop. Excellent opportunity now for Jerry to put her team up 2-0. Was that 9-ball just hanging in the corner there? She needs to avoid the scratch. Needs to be a little careful, but
she went down and hit that really fast, and she almost made it, but race to 5, being down 2-0.
And Suspect in Bad Decisions now up 2-0 in this race to 5.
And Jonathan is now going to be up, and Keith for Make It Happen Captain, and he better make something happen here, because being down 3-0 in this format is a tough way to go, especially now that they've played each other once and they kind of know, you know, the first two, and they know where the other one is. Psychologically has a little bit of a leg up, the fact that both Pam and Jerry on suspect and bad decisions won. This is always in a race to 5 like this. The same thing when we play a lot of pro tournaments. We play sets, race to 4, race to 5. And this game right here is the biggest game of all, more or less. If it's 3-1 versus 2-1 versus 3-0 right here. I mean, that's a gigantic game.
You mentioned both sevens here. We're going to see Jonathan Grant with the break. And we'll see Keith Akins of Make It Happen Cap'n.
Good break, strong. It's a pretty good looking table here, Jason. The 8 ball, as long as he doesn't touch anything in that area, the 8 ball does go in the side and everything else is clear. So now it's just about finding your pattern. I believe yeah, everything looks good. 2 ball would be the only ball that he's going to have to figure out a way to get to, since the 10 has one pocket blocked. And that's down here. And he needs to get on this side of it in order to be able to make that. So he's got a great opportunity to get to it with a 3 right here. 4 does go on the side, so just drift up a little bit. And if he gets perfectly straight on the 3, he wants it to stop. Oh, it just got a lot tougher. He may be able to stun it with some right to bring it straight over here and then across, but that's not an easy shot. Or stop it on the 9. Hit it thin and hope it gets a full hit on the 9 ball, then you can stop it there for the 2 as well. I mean, for the 2 as well. God, you have me confused with the 2 and 4.
Seen some really outstanding finales here in Pool Dog Championship Arena this week. Of course, yesterday we had Hugh and the Hustlers defending the Masters Championship 2 years in a row. Team from Wallingford, Connecticut.
He left himself really in a tough spot there by coming too far for position on the 3, which meant he was forced to go across the table, and what could have been a fairly easy run out there if he would have gotten on the 2 became tough, especially since he was jacked over one of his opponent's balls there. So not a good position to be in here.
This is Keith Akins. Keith is also a skill level 7 of the team Make It Happen Cap'n.
I would shoot the 14 here and then the 10. But he'll come the back way instead and just deal with. He's going to have to come with good position here, though. If you're going to draw it, you don't want to come up short, and you can't come up too far, because you got both balls of these here. You got to either get perfect right here or draw it even more and come up here for the 14. Yeah. That was just a little pattern-wise cost him there a little bit. But the good thing that happened there is the 2 ball doesn't go anywhere. The 15 and the 12 have the 2 ball blocked, so kind of wrinkled his nose a little bit when he stepped up to the table trying to figure out what to do with that 2. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. I mean, there is no defensive shot here. I don't know if he's, I mean, he pretty much has to go for a bank shot here, I would think. And that's not an easy one either with the angle that he has.
Noticing our viewership picking up. So if you're just joining us, we're about 3 games, or we're in the 3rd game of the APA Team Captains Championship.
No, oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Okay.
So
he just used all the luck he has right there, I believe. He kind of froze up on that 2 on top of it, and the 2 took the place of the 15 hanging in the pocket. I mean, that couldn't have turned out any better
I
for
thought
him.
that cue ball was going to come back and knock the 2 right
Yeah.
in.
All right, a chance for one of your basic bank shots. The problem with that is you got to hit it softly, because if you hit it hard, you can very easily scratch on this shot off the 2, or even, you know, as you come and clip the 15. So I don't know. And the bad part about that is that if he does play this softly, there will be no shot on the 8, because the 8 will be blocked by the 15. I mean, the 14. So you just got to hope. Go rail first, maybe. But he's still going to get stuck on the 15 ball there unless he hits it really firm. Rail first. And I don't think he can make this, but at least he's going to have a shot of some sort, a bank shot. I think he can hit enough to bank it.
And this is Jonathan Grant of Suspect and Bad Decisions, now shooting on the 8 ball. He pockets this 8 ball. That would give his team a 3-0 lead in a race to 5. Oof, just missed.
But again, a lucky roll. He did not leave an easy shot here for Keith. It's makeable, obviously, but it's not like you could have just as well ended up with a cue ball straight in on the 14 or a very easy shot, but he's got a bit of a tester.
Keith Akins.
Good shot.
Nice.
Nice speed. Now all he wants is a bit of an angle. Anything but straight in on this 12 ball here. And boy, did make it happen, Capman need this. Couple of options. You can go straight up this way. A lot of players, myself included, kind of prefer coming there and you take the scratch out of the shot. Good shot. Very nicely done.
Keith Akins now on the 8 ball. And he pockets it without a problem. Gets his team on the board. Make it happen, Cap'n. Cuts Suspect and Bad Decisions lead in half. It's now 2-1. Again, this is a race to 5 for both teams.
And Pam and Nicole are going to be coming back up, playing 8 ball.
9 ball.
9 ball. Sorry, they played 8 ball
9
first.
ball
Now it's 9
time.
ball.
And Ava, I would not be surprised based on everything we've seen this week if this match is another Hill nail biter. We've been seeing them all week long.
True. And in
All
the
week.
semis, too, which you guys haven't seen, a lot of the semis, which is why we've been late a few times, because the semis and even the quarterfinals have put the semis late, but they've gone Hill. So,
of course, you can follow us on Instagram. A lot of great photography and images we've been taking all week here at the Westgate. See the referee cleaning off that cue ball. This will be Nicole Hall with the break. We have now gone through the entire rotation of the roster. Again, 3 players from each team.
Nice break there, and a great shot at the 1 ball, obviously. And this is what you like to see. There's only a couple balls on the rail here, so the 4 ball, normally if it's ball on the rail, it could become an issue, but the fact that it's so close to the pocket, it should not be. So just a nice smooth stop shot here, or a stun shot, bring it up towards the 2 a little bit. And then a soft shot on this 2, you can keep it up. If she can hold it for the 3 in the side. If not, just go down and play the 3 in the same corner.
Nicole, skill level 4. Unable to pocket that 3 there. So we're going to see Pam Allen again. Pam won her first game, which was an 8 ball. Put her team on the board first. Now she's looking to extend their lead.
Just overcut it a little bit, but that worked out just fine for her. I believe that Pam is snookered on this shot. I mean, Nicole. You know, just in case you just joined us, this 9-ball game is not our normal APA where you get the point system.
Right.
This is just 9-ball gets the win. End of story.
He or she who pockets the 9-ball wins the game.
That's it.
And again, this match is team handicap, so it's the cumulative total of the skill levels that handicaps the team. Both these teams at 15, which means they're each racing to 5. Nice turnout here for the Team Captains Championship, too. I wasn't sure. You know, things are kind of winding down. There's some folks starting to head home. We still have 9-ball going on, but it's in the latter rounds of that as well. And
a lot of people going home. That's right.
But still, nice little turnout here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 100 folks.
And then, what, 2 o'clock, I believe, tomorrow?
2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
9-ball.
Yep, should be an exciting one. 9-ball always is. And if you don't want to have to remember those times, you can like us here on Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get notifications when we go live. Not just for the remainder of this event, but anytime we go live. Lots of great content on both of those platforms. Nicole Hall back to the table here for the team of Make It Happen Cap'n. Pockets the 4 in the corner.
Good opportunity for the 5-ball here. The problem is the cue ball is going to go away from good position on the 7. And how about, that'll work. Oh, no.
Almost. We'll see Pam Allen again. Pam and her teammates playing out of TK's down in Shreveport, Louisiana. Probably some folks there at TK's tuning in. Pockets the 5 in the side.
This could turn out to be the key shot here. She makes this 7-ball, unless she just drifts the cue ball way down to the other side of the table. She should get some kind of a shot here on the 8. Well, just overcut it a little bit. And
great opportunity now for Nicole.
Well, the good thing for Pam is that she did get a little bit of a roll there, the fact that she's jacked up over the 8. Now, usually that makes the shot a lot more difficult to make, but in this case, the fact that 7 is right there, she shouldn't have any problems making it, but she can't do anything with the cue ball.
They're going to take a timeout here, talk it over a little bit. This is Keith Akins at the table, skill level 7 with the coach. If you're not already an APA member, now is a great time to join. You can go to poolplayers.com/join, become a member tonight. Put you in touch with your local APA league operator wherever you live, get you on a team for the fall session. As Nicole pockets that 7 in the corner with some authority. Now on the 8 ball.
It's a good shot. Unfortunately, she drifted from being kind of straight in to now having to cut kind of a ball backwards, pick a pocket, and then try to come around somehow for the 9. It's going to be hard to hold the cue ball there with that much angle, regardless which pocket she chooses to play it in.
Been an outstanding week, or I guess we're at what, 9 days, 8 days of pool here in Las Vegas at the APA World Championships. Just shy of $1.3 million being paid out. Winner of this event's going to take home $10,000.
Yeah, she kind of attempted a safety there. Unfortunately, she left a really good shot on the 8, and if she just plays low here with the cue ball, she can hold it there for the 9 and cut the 9 ball in, since the 9 is so close to the pocket.
Pockets that 8 in the corner.
And again, the very first game they played 8 ball, and Pam from Suspect and Bad Decisions won that as well. This would make it 2 wins in a row for her against Nicole. Both games pretty close. But it was first one, Pam walked away with it, and the second one.
Pam with her second win of this match extends the lead for her and her teammates of Suspect and Bad Decisions. They now lead 3-1. Again, in a race to 5 for both teams. And we'll switch back to an 8-ball set here. While we do that, let's hear a word from our friends at PoolDog.com.
Tired of the same old when you're buying billiard supplies? Come shop with the big dogs at PoolDog.com. You want pool cues? We've got over 700. Balls, cases, accessories, no problem. Want help with your game? How does hundreds of free training articles sound? Want to shop offline? We'll mail you a free catalog. Hit us up online, PoolDog.com, or call 866-843-3294.
This is Jerry Little for the team of Suspect and Bad Decisions. Jerry now playing her first game of 8-ball. Skill level 4 from Shreveport, Louisiana.
This will be their first 8-ball game. First time the two of these players have played. Last time around in the rotation, they played 9-ball.
Yeah, this is Angie Kirkpatrick, who is listed as the captain of the captains. See what I did there, Ava?
Yeah, very, very clever. Very clever you are, Jason. I've always said that.
You couldn't help yourself with the phone, could you? Ava likes to see the comments. Show her some love.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just sometimes they come up with questions that
Sure.
are good to talk about, or information. You know, if somebody
Yep.
is from local local area.
If you got a question you want to ask, we'll try to answer it. We do ask that the questions are respectful.
Unless you're asking Jason something, then all bets are off.
Try to keep this community positive. We have had to throw a few people out throughout the event, which sometimes you got to do it for the good of the rest. Sharon said she loves watching you shoot pool. Are you playing much pool these days?
Oh, that's very nice.
Are you playing? Are you still playing a lot?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, I've had some pretty bad back issues and still trying to figure out the best way to deal with it. And I haven't really played much since. I was going to play an event in January, but couldn't get there because of back issues. I really haven't played since. But I haven't put the cue on the shelf yet. So
I know you stay pretty busy with your APA league down there in South Carolina, Coastal Carolina APA. And that takes a lot of your time and attention. Glad you folks are enjoying our coverage. Again, I want to give a shout out to our friends at Pool Dog for making this coverage possible. One of several great partners that we have. I also want to thank all the folks, league operators and the players that are here working this event, whether they're referees, observers, floor managers. It takes a whole lot of people to put on the world's largest pool tournament.
it takes a village,
Yeah,
and when you
yes, it
see,
does.
I go to a lot of golf events, and when you see whether it's a charity event or it's a pro event, you see the massive amount of volunteers it takes to give their time to make it work, between helping people find parking or, guiding people around or, at the event inside. And the fact that we have the support here, like you said, between league operators coming here to help the APA team that's
Sure.
that's out here as well. And then all the players come in to referee, which is the most thankless thing you can do.
I know. I have so much respect for them because it's just such a tough job, You're
So I would suggest to anybody coming out here, whether you agreed with some of the decisions or not on hit calls or whatever, to go up to the referees and shake their hand and just say thank you for being there.
That's a good point, yeah. We need to have a thank the referee day.
Yeah.
They put in some long hours out here. Sonia Franks Bennett. Remember Sonia?
I remember
First
Sonia, of course.
female wheelchair champion.
Absolutely.
And comments are coming in fast and furious. I can hardly keep up.
You were just challenged by Kimberly Allen.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She said, when I make it to Vegas, we got to have a match. What's your skill level, Kimberly?
Somebody asked about referee tournament. We actually do some minis, I believe, for the referees, don't we?
Yeah.
Some of the mini mania, which goes on 20 hours a day. Again, this is Angie Kirkpatrick at the table. Kimberly's a 4.
All right. She'll have to spot you.
Yeah.
Nice shot there. Good little combo. Nice, smooth, and soft.
Oh, she's a high 4. I'd probably be in trouble then. You got to play. You'll have to play Ava.
I don't care what
Kim.
she is. You're in trouble. I've seen you play.
You have to play Ava. Maybe we'll play doubles. I get Ava, and you can bring a partner. Ava may not be happy with that arrangement, but works for me.
Just enough to get a shot on the 6 there. She just fired that in. I like the way she stroked that ball. She's got this to be able to break up, preferably the 8 and the 7.
I have another timeout here.
Yeah, I didn't quite get a shot on the 7, I don't believe. The 15 ball is in the way.
While they take a timeout, I do want to mention we had some people have been asking a little bit about, how do you bring in APA to an area where they don't have it, right? So if you're interested in being an APA league operator, we do have some great opportunities still around the country. Go to our website, poolplayers.com/league operator. Get some more information on that. There's actually a form there you can fill out, and our franchise development folks will follow up with you. That's all right.
That was
Angie let one fly there. I don't know if you folks at home could hear it, but
that was just pure emotion that I just.
We do apologize. We try to keep it a PG production here. I think we'll forgive her.
The look on her face in the second, that was cute. Brought a giggle from the crowd.
Really great crowds all week, which always amazes me. If you're not playing, there's so much to do in Vegas, but
nice shot.
These players love to see who ends up coming out on top and in the events they play in. And I know the players that are playing here in Pool Dog Championship Arena really appreciate it. It probably makes them a little more nervous the more people there are, but I think everybody likes to see the stands full and get a little support from the crowd.
Good little defensive shot there. And she's going to have to kick at this 7 ball. I don't believe that there's any, even if she were able to shoot a curve shot, I don't think there was enough there. So she's going to kick. Needs to get, oh, nice try. Nice try, but a good thing just to hit it, because now Jerry's going to have issue with the 14 and 13. If she had ball in hand, it would be a lot easier to deal with that rack, but it pays to hit them. I think somebody was asking about how to become a referee. You need to be a skill level 6 or higher in order to referee. And if you do want to come out here and do that, contact your local APA league operator, and they can let you know what it takes. You need to take a test and everything else, be approved, and not have a history of being a troublemaker or have been suspended or anything else. Just
right.
A positive light. So your league operator will, help kind of recommend if you nail the test, because we need to have knowledgeable referees out here, obviously.
I was informed we actually do have a tournament for the referees. They do it before the event begins, so they had it before 8-Ball Open started last week, and then I know they can play in Mini Mania as well throughout the week when they're not working, obviously.
Well, if you found a 4 that was a referee, in that case the 4 must have been a 4-6 or something, because you have to be a 6 or higher to be considered a referee. Now, a floor person, that's different. Oops.
If you're still here in Vegas and you're tuning in, this is the last day to visit our various vendors and pick up your latest pool accessories. We've got official World Championship event merchandise still available. But today is it. Tomorrow it's just about the 9-ball semifinals and finals. Pool Dog Arena will be the only room open here, tournament-wise. Somebody asking about the jump cue rule. We have no plans to alter the jump cue rule. We do allow jump cues in the Masters format, as well as our U.S. Amateur Championship. Our belief is that the jump cue favors the better player.
They have enough of an advantage.
A higher skilled player, I should say.
Yeah.
And,
uh-oh.
Made contact with that 8 ball.
Looked like she was trying to just hide the cue ball there, hitting a solid hit on the 14, and she just clipped the 8.
So she'll have ball in hand. Both these players have used their timeout for this rack. Angie, a member of Make It Happen Cap'n. They're out of Fort Worth, Texas, where they play out of Open Table Bar.
It's a good name.
Open Table Bar.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now just going to have to follow this down, and I do believe she has just enough of a pocket for the 8 ball to go past that 14. So if you're not comfortable with playing the tangent line, the angle, then this is the move. You can just follow it down. Make sure you don't kind of pinch this, then it'll become a stop shot, even though you think you're following. But that was, gotta make it 2. And she had it. That goes in. She was in perfect shape. She played a really good speed there.
If you're enjoying our coverage of the Team Captains Championship, would encourage you folks to share that on your Facebook page. Help us out. Help us get more eyeballs on the event. Share your passion for the sport with your friends and family and those that you interact with on Facebook. Obviously, viewership allows us to continue to do this.
How about that speed shot? How about the speed on that shot? That was perfect. Nice defensive shot there. And Terry and I, when he was commentating for a while with me yesterday, Terry Bell, we were talking about how important speed is. If that's the number one thing, besides maybe a stop shot, but other than that, speed is the number one thing to learn in position. Because unless you have completely the wrong angle or something, you can, most shots you can get there, but just by learning how to play speed.
Isn't it really awesome talking pool with him, with Terry?
Yeah, we could sit and
talking about APA president and founder Terry Bell. Of course, he's in the Billiard Hall of Fame with Ava.
I was just a kid when I watched him win his first tournament. You know, so
he loves to talk pool. He loves to tell stories
talk you to death too.
Ever since he came back and resumed his role as president at APA, I see him about every day. He comes into my office and inevitably he tells me some story from you know. Really interesting. He needs to write a book. He's got so many stories.
Both about his career as a player and a road player and tournament player, and starting the APA and kind of the road they had early on.
At one point, he worked on the Alaskan pipeline.
Let's see if she can make this 8 ball.
She
just overcut it.
Just shy.
Just overcut it. Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got great stories. I think he said within a span of, I don't know how many years, he said he put like 500,000 miles on whatever his vehicle was at the time as a road player, and spent some time up there in Alaska.
Fun to listen to him.
I think his family's originally from France. I think he was living in France. I think he was born in France, believe it or not.
What a history.
Yeah, very interesting. If you get a chance to meet Terry, worth spending a few minutes with.
As Angie is getting ready to line up here to make this 3-2. Big game. Big game. 3-2 as opposed to 4-1.
It's a big swing there. Closes the gap.
And we'll see what's going to happen here. Keith and Jonathan. Jonathan for suspect and bad decisions. Keith is coming up for Make It Happen Captain. That's on the right side of your screen. And Keith won the last time they played, when they played the game of 8 ball. Now we'll see in 9 ball. The advantage, obviously, Keith has here is he's going to have the break.
Somebody had asked about how you enter this event. You need to talk to your local APA league operator. Again, this event is for team captains only. It's a way that we kind of thank them for all their hard work. And generally, and Ava, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I know you've got a team captains team out here, Basically, some captains locally get together. You have a tournament, I'm assuming, for them and the team that wins.
We have a qualifying tournament,
here,
correct.
yeah.
We have a cutoff date. We don't want people like the week before the qualifying tournament switching it up and saying, oh, I'm a captain.
Right.
This is an appreciation. So we want you to pay your dues for a while and actually be a captain.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
So we have a cutoff date that you have to be on the score sheet a captain. And then we have obviously the skill level 15. And we limit it locally when we do the tournament so we can have a few more team at 3 players on the team.
So do you play the qualifying tournament as teams, or do you do it like tiered
as teams.
Singles? Okay.
Yeah.
I know some league operators do like tiered singles, and then the winners of each of those tiers, they put them together on a team.
Right. And it depends a lot too the size of your league.
Right.
We were able to pull together about 20, 22 teams, 24 teams, whatever it was, in the captain's tournament, and everybody loved the format. It was really a fun day. So
that was Keith Akins of Make It Happen Cappin with the break scratched. Jonathan Grant will have ball in hand here.
Jonathan Neiman is asking as far as Coastal Carolina APA, which is our area. That was a team out of Wilmington. Pat Hoover, Denise Shepard, and Tony Llewellyn.
That was your team that was out here?
That's my team. And you know what was cool about that? They all wanted to play. Well, Denise didn't really want to play, but the other 2 wanted to play. And Toby actually put them all together. They didn't really know each other, so they knew of each other. But Toby put them all together, and he told Denise, "You're playing." So okay, I had other plans, and then they ended up winning it
in Vegas,
and they connected. It was fun.
Again, Jonathan Grant, skill level 7. Both these players in this match, skill level 7s.
Jonathan got out of line already here. He wanted to be straight in or have the opposite angle a little bit to be able to come down and shoot this 4-9 combination. And now he may have to just either he can hit this with some high and come around 2 rails, or he can just kind of hold it there and shoot the billiard instead. Or he can slam it across and bring it back over. That's what he's doing. It's a good shot. And again, he's got an option. The good thing about shooting the billiard here, I mean, obviously you have this combo. The good thing about shooting the billiard is that's going to send the 4 ball up table and the cue ball making the 9. And if you miss it, you have left a defensive shot.
Ooh.
Just hit it way too thin on the 4, or too thick on the 4. And we'll see how offensively Keith goes here. He could go for the bank on the 6. Is hanging right by the side pocket. Or obviously he could play a defensive shot and split the cue ball and the 4 up and try to get the cue ball behind the 7. We'll see what he chooses.
Keith got the better of Jonathan the first time they played in the 8-ball
That'll work.
game. See if he can do it again here. Tie this match up.
Nice smooth stroke by Keith there. He wants it to come out just a little bit more.
And again, at Keith's skill level, very likely run out here.
Yeah, it's a very good chance here to tie this up, 3-3. And like we said, almost every match in the semis, and especially in the finals on this round, it's been hill, gone all the way, which we like.
We do. Makes it very exciting. I will say, though, the most exciting match we've watched this week was that 8-ball World Championship where we had 2 skill level 2s.
Yeah.
That was all that was left that could play in the roster for each team. 5th match, playing for $25,000 in the title. Yeah. So if you haven't seen that match, go back and watch it on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/APA Leagues.
That
really
was incredible.
A fun match.
And it's not very often that you see that, because rarely do teams want to leave 2s left to play the last and have that pressure.
So much pressure. I mean, there were several hundred people in here watching. I think we had like 3,000 people watching online.
Oh my gosh,
so
it was crazy.
I just remember, I can't even think of her name now, but the girl that won that match, she was almost in tears before the match out of sheer nerves.
Yeah.
Pretty cool to see.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Big mistake there. That's going to be a big
Just
mistake.
rushed it. Took it for granted. Didn't settle down. Oh, he's sick. I understand he is sick. I've been there, done that.
That's a costly mistake.
We all have.
Barring a mistake by Jonathan, his team's going to be on the hill now. He's got the 9.
Yep.
They are now on the hill.
4-2 instead of 3-3. Well, he's just going to have to forgive himself. We all do it. But it hurts even more when it's a team event.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of pressure for not wanting to let the team down. And that's tough. That's real tough because that would have been a 3-3 tie. Instead, we've got 4-2, and Suspect in Bad Decisions needs just one more game, and they'll be taking the Team Captains Championship back to Shreveport. Celebrate with the folks at TK's down there. Not over yet, though, Ava.
Not over
yet.
Never over till it's over. But the thing about this is one thing that I work with, you know, where I suggest to all the players at home is we do anything, and have they given, you know, videos on this or written books on this, is develop a pre-shot routine that you stick with. If it's the easiest shot in the world, the most difficult shot, if you're playing just for fun, or if you're playing in a tournament, if you do the same thing over and over, you'd never get in that situation where you take something for granted and just rush it like that.
Yeah.
So
we're going to see a game of 8-ball now between Pam Allen and Nicole Hall. Pam has gotten the better of Nicole each time, is that right? I believe so.
Yep.
Gonna try to put this match away here. She pockets one of each.
Got a great shot of the one here in this side pocket. You would kind of prefer if you could shoot the solids, stripes here, I believe, but either one there's got some issues laid out. It's not a cakewalk either way. But you might as well, if you like the solids, then definitely go for that. And that shot on the 11 ball is not easy, so.
Be nice, Tim Wright. I don't want to have to give you the heave-ho.
And I've said this before, you know, that I was commentating on a match with Shane Van Boning in the Tournament of Champions. $50,000 take all kind of an event. And to win the match, it was Hill to win the match, he missed the easier than that 9. Straight in shot right into the side, hit it into the point. And it can happen. You take your eye off of it for 1 second, you take it for granted, you don't take the time to set up correctly in your pre-shot routine. It can happen to everybody. And then there's the nerves on top of it.
Right.
So, and trust me, pros get nervous too. Sevens out here get nervous when you're in this situation. So none of us are immune to that for sure.
Saw Shane running around here earlier this week. Was here a couple of times. A lot of professional players here over the last several days. Sky Woodward was here. Billy Thorpe, Darren Appleton I saw. Of course, Ava, Jeanette Lee, Mike Massey, Florian Kohler, the list goes on and on and on. Dr. Q. It's a who's who of billiard celebs. We didn't have like a red carpet for you guys.
And Jason the Jaw's here.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if I would call myself a who's who of the billiard celebs, but.
In your own right you are. Now. All right, so let's see here, 15 ball. Just soft enough to leave it there to kind of mess up the solids for Pam coming into the table.
Big opportunity for Pam in this particular game with her team on the hill. Needs just one more game. Pockets the 7 in the corner.
Good thing for Pam is that she knows she's got a little bit of a cushion. She would love to win this, obviously, and be the final hero of this match. They are on the hill. She didn't get a shot on the 6, but the 6 and the 8 is all she needs to take the championship back to Louisiana. Shreveport, right?
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah.
TKs. I've heard of TKs before.
Have you?
Yeah.
You do get around, don't you?
Time out here. I've not been to TKs, but I think we've had another team that played out of there
Have we? Okay.
before. Yeah, it's a familiar name. So this is Jonathan Grant coming out to give his teammate a coach here. Make sure she's able to make contact with that 6 ball and try to avoid a ball in hand situation here. Again, if you want to like our Facebook page, if you haven't yet, you'll get a notification when we go live. Of course, we've got the 9-ball World Championships tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. 15,000 on the line in that match. I think the final round of the day starting at 6 o'clock here in Vegas.
All right, good coaching, good shot, and a little bit of love from the cue ball, ending up clear on the other side of the table.
Okay, TK's women's team won a few years back. I knew that name. When we wake tomorrow, there'll be 4 teams remaining in the 9-ball championship, with the semifinals in the morning, and obviously the championship in the afternoon. You don't want to miss that.
That's a good shot right there. Good shot under the pressure. She knew that she misses that, and it could be curtains. So coming with a longer shot like that, nice smooth speed. Just a little bit of center here to drift straight up. No, not that straight up. Oh, she's got a shot at the 10 though. It went just far enough.
You see Pam talking things over with her teammates. Look like they're enjoying themselves. Obviously, nice, comfortable lead for the time being. And now we'll see Pam return to the table with just the 6 and the 8-ball remaining.
Not much she can do here. Even if she goes for a bank shot on the 6 ball, it's not going to be able to get a shot on the 8 from there unless she feels like trying to bank out. Good thing for her is what happened right here, and I do not believe the 15 ball. It looks like it's makeable right here from this angle, but I don't believe it is. It's close if it is.
We do
So
keep
I would
all
go
these.
defense here.
For those, I saw somebody comment, so they have to work tomorrow, so they can't watch. The good thing is, you'll be able to go to our YouTube channel. You can rewatch any of our matches from here at the World Championships, not just this year, but the last several years, if you'd like.
And here is where you don't want to be if you're Pam. Other than the fact that she needs just to win the whole tournament, but in this particular rack, Angie should have control of this rack unless she makes an unforced error with missing a ball, or maybe when it gets down to where she just has 1 ball left. But with this many balls on the table, she should definitely have the advantage, considering that Pam only has that 6.
That a boy, Tim Wright. I like that. I like that. Coming around, bud.
All right, 1 rail kick. Pretty important to make contact with this. Last time, she got
Missed.
a little lucky after she did.
So
Well deservedly so, but and she got a little bit lucky here too, unless that 15 ball goes, which I don't think it does. She just kind of messed it up. So if I were her, I would just take the cue ball, tap it into the 15, freeze the cue ball behind the 8, and improve the position of those balls. She's going to go ahead and go for the 10, though.
Some folks asking about various teams in 9-ball. You can go to CompuSport.us, check out the bracket, see who's still playing. Offhand, I don't know.
2 players here. Both players are skill level 4. We have 4 4s playing and 2 7s in this format. Max handicap is 15. So it's a race to 5. And now here's where that problem is. She has nowhere to go with that 15. The last thing you do not want to make this shot right here, because now you are in as bad of a situation or worse than your opponent. All right, that's a good move. I believe the referee is going to come here and take a closer look. As close as these balls are, they're not frozen, which means that when they're about that distance, you got to really pay attention here. Look out for a double hit. Needs to elevate the back of the cue. This does not look good if she's going to hit it that way. You see how close that is? There's no way the way she's stroking it right now to get the cue stick out. Well, no, actually did. She kind of pinched her cue stick down a little bit, but usually what you want to do there is elevate the back of the cue. But that was definitely a clean hit. That's not easy to do, by the way.
Once again, Pam at the table. If you're joining us late, this is coverage of the APA Team Captains Championship. We are at Pool Dog Championship Arena in Las Vegas. Nicole Hall, Make It Happen Cap'n from Fort Worth at the table. Trying to extend this match.
This can take a while. Nobody's gonna want to make the 6 or the 12 ball here with the 15-8 beam where they are, unless they get in a position where they can make it and break it up. Or we'll see who's the most patient.
So you saw Pam shoot Nicole's object ball there. Gives ball in hand. I think she probably intended to make that shot.
And force her to move that
At
15 ball.
And now a timeout. Kind of an interesting scenario if you saw our Masters Championship yesterday, where we had a situation where neither player really wanted to take that shot, and they gave ball in hand back and forth several times, and could have resulted in a stalemate. Eventually, one of the players did take a shot.
Yeah. We were surprised at that.
Yeah, he was, like you said yesterday, he was not wanting to give the break back to his opponent.
Right.
It didn't work out for him, but ultimately worked out for his team because they did win.
They did.
The entire match. But it's just kind of an interesting. I don't know that we've ever had that scenario in one of our live streamed finals. Obviously, that comes up sometimes in league play, but I don't know that we've actually had it happen here in Pool Dog Arena.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't come up often altogether, but.
It was a mess, too.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
Good coaching there and a
Nice.
great shot. She just shook her head and took a deep breath right now. Great coaching, great shot.
Credit to Keith Akins there on that coach. Pockets the 15.
And needs this one to stay in the match. Make it happen, Captain. Down by 2. And worse yet, Suspect and Bad Decisions only need this rack. So a lot of pressure on this 8-ball.
Now we'll see Pam Allen with an opportunity.
A smart shot.
Pam plays a safety there.
And here is a what to do situation. Obviously, there's a big part of you wants to finish it now, mark it in that corner, kick it in, one rail. But if the table slides at all, that cue ball is going to miss the 8 and could possibly scratch. This is it's that dangerous. You got to make sure you play it shorter than you think, if anything, or you pretty much have to make it, because if you don't hit the 8 at all, it's ball in hand. The game should be over.
Yeah. Although nothing's a given, right? We
No.
saw that in the last game. We thought it was over, and then it wasn't.
You just got to keep in mind, because the cloth is new, the table is sliding, so you got to make sure, and it's going long. Everything we've seen, the rails are playing long, so you got to shorten it up a little bit, or you're looking at that scratch.
The team of Suspect and Bad Decisions is from Shreveport, Louisiana. The team of Make It Happen Cap'n from Fort Worth.
Here we go.
Big shot here.
No.
Does not make contact with the 8-ball. It is ball in hand to Pam Allen, who has just the 6-ball and the 8 remaining between her and her team, taking home the Team Captains Championship. See if she can finish it off right here. She's got the 6-ball. She's going to grab her pocket marker. And all that remains is the 8.
Every rack is between these two have come down to the last ball, and it's Pam that's come up on top, and we'll see if she can make it final, and there it is.
Suspect and Bad Decisions from Shreveport, Louisiana. They are your 2019 Team Captains Champions. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Fort Worth's Make It Happen Cap'n for making it to the final round. They'll take home $5,000. And Ava, I think you got to give the MVP award here, if there was an MVP award, to Pam Allen.
Pam won every one.
She records 3 wins, 3 of the 5 wins for her team, and closes it out. An exceptional match for her, an exciting match for our viewers. I hope you enjoyed it, folks. We will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. East Coast time with the World 9-Ball Championship. So make sure you come back and see us. For now, we're going to say goodbye for just a little while.
All right, 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Last one. I complain.
I love it. No, I don't need it.